Hi, I'm Jeff, and this is the REM Pod, one of our workhorse pieces of equipment on the other side. We've been using a piece like this since our very first episode, Season 1, Episode 1, and it, over the years, has afforded us some really great guidance and also some pieces of evidence that seem to be really spectacular. One particular reason I like this so much is that you can take this device and you can put it in a location and leave it alone. And you'll know if something is interacting with it because you'll hear sort of that beep right there, that high-pitched buzz. Here's the idea with the REM pod. Right now it is putting out sort of this frequency around it. If anything breaks that frequency, you're going to hear that buzz, that beep. So right now my hand is coming close to that antenna, it's breaking that frequency, and it's allowing for us to get a notification that something is trying to interact with the antenna. The idea being that if a spirit walks by this device, we're going to be able to capture that. We're going to be able to hear from someplace else in the building that signal. Two particular locations that we were able to use this with great effectiveness were the Christchurch Cathedral and as well as the LSPU Hall in Newfoundland, where we actually set this in a doorway and we had a spirit interact with it. At Christchurch Cathedral, this device actually started going haywire at one point during the investigation and would not stop beeping. Something was definitely trying to take the energy or to interact with this particular piece of equipment, and it was off the charts. The type of response that the REM pod was gathering at that point is not something I've ever seen before. Now, another cool feature with this particular device is it also has a temperature sensor. So if the temperature does dip at a certain point during an investigation, we're going to be able to capture that using this piece of equipment. That's a really important thing for investigators to note. The ambient temperature of locations is key because the prevailing theory is that sometimes spirits will actually change the temperature. We've all seen those cliche moments in movies where suddenly the main character is hit with a cold spot, they start to be able to see their breath, and they know there's a spirit that's present because it just got really cold in here. As overblown as that might be in the Hollywood stream, we do see that as investigators all of the time. Suddenly the temperature will raise really high or dip really low, and that's the signal to let us know that the spirits are there and that they're ready and willing to communicate. Thanks a lot. That's the REM pod.